It's amazing. Pirates. Dastardly pirates. Imagine sailing on the high seas with valuable cargo of gold and silver. Suddenly, you see another ship on the horizon. Through your telescope, you can see the flag on top of its mast. Pirates! Ever since people began transporting cargo on the seas, pirates have sailed too. They would try to steal the valuable cargo. Pirates would steal anything from precious metals and jewels to food, clothes, and weapons. They were fierce and bloodthirsty, often taking sailors prisoner or killing them. Pirates today. Pirates are still around today and are very dangerous. Modern pirates may look different from traditional pirates, but they still steal anything, from animals to weapons. Sometimes they even take people hostage so that they can demand a ransom from them. Pirate ships. Every pirate has a pirate ship to sail across the oceans looking for treasure. Before engines were invented, ships had sails and were often powered by the wind. When there was no wind, pirates had to row the ship using long oars. Pirate ships like this one were small and fast. Cargo ships were heavy and slow. Pirate ships could sail quickly up to cargo ships to attack them. Both ships had cannons, and there were fierce battles wherever the two met. It's amazing. We know lots about pirates from shipwrecks that have been found. Divers below have even found some pirate ships with stolen treasure still aboard. The Jolly Roger. How did sailors know when a ship belonged to pirates? Because it was flying a Jolly Roger. The Jolly Roger is the pirate flag. It was usually a black flag with a picture of a skull and crossbones on it, like the one above. But many pirates had their own flag design. It usually showed something to do with death, such as a skeleton having a drink with a sailor. Red flags. Not all pirate flags were black and white. Sailors were very scared of pirate ship with a red flag, as this meant the pirates on board would kill everyone they could in a battle. Pirate style. Pirates often had very good clothing because they stole it from the crew of the ships that they plundered. The pirate captain often had the fanciest clothes. When rich merchants' ships were robbed, the pirate captain would take all of the best things for himself. Many pirates liked to wear tricorn hats like this. These were made of leather and had 3 corners. Captain Jack Sparrow wears a hat like this in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Pirates also wore bandanas. These were brightly colored pieces of cloth and were tied around the head. Bejeweled pirates. Pirates often wore lots of jewelry. This showed others how good they were at stealing. Pirate weapons. Pirates were always well armed so that they could attack ships at a moment's notice. This is a pistol, and this is a cutlass. Most pirate weapons were stolen from the ships that they plundered. Over time, weapons changed a lot. Early pirates used cutlasses. These were swords with sharp, curved blades. Later, pirates used guns called pistols and muskets as well. Right. Some pirates even used axes. These could be used to climb the sides of a wooden ship. On board, an axe would be used to cut the ropes holding the sails up and to attack people. Here's a musket and here's a pistol. Gunpowder was kept on all ships and was used to fire guns and cannons below. On Pirate Henry Morgan's ship, some drunken sailors accidentally lit a gunpowder barrel and made it explode. Life on board. Pirate battles and treasure hunts were exciting, but in between, life on board ship was pretty tough for the pirate crew. Pirates had to do chores to keep the ship in good shape. They would scrub the decks and climb the rigging to mend the sails. These ropes right here are the rigging. The ships were crowded and only the captains had cabins, like in this picture. The crew slept in hammocks in any space they could find below deck. Pirates stayed at sea for a long time, so they needed lots of food. Sometimes they would keep live chickens on board for eggs and fresh meat. Rats. Unfortunately, some rats usually managed to get on board too. They would eat the pirates' food and bring diseases on board. Pirates on land. Pirates did not stay at sea all the time. Sometimes they needed to set foot on dry land. Pirates were often rowdy and drunken and spent their gold on rum and gambling. This meant they weren't wanted in most places. Pirates were welcome in Port Royal, Jamaica, though. The British controlled this Caribbean port, and the pirates stopped the Spanish Navy from attacking it. Often, pirates would land in a port to plunder and steal from the town's people, like in this picture. They would rule over the town and take whatever they wanted before leaving again. A mutiny! Pirates argued a lot, and sometimes the crew would join together against the captain. This was called a mutiny. The crew would then leave the captain and any crew loyal to him on a desert island. The Spanish Main. Long ago, the Spanish colonies of the Caribbean and South America were known as the Spanish Main. When the Spanish invaded these lands, they stole gold and silver from the Aztec and Inca peoples that lived there. The Spanish took the precious metals back to Spain. It was a dangerous journey. To try to keep their cargo safe, they traveled in big fleets of 100 ships. This is a picture of an Aztec gold coin. In the fleet below, there would be too many Spanish ships for the pirates to attack. But if any were separated from the fleet, the pirates would pounce. Treasure maps. Pirate stories often tell of treasure maps that show where stolen treasure was hidden, but no maps have ever been found. Privateers. Wars between countries were fought at sea as well as on land. One way of hurting another country was to steal the cargo that would make them richer. Some pirates were given a letter of marque by the king or queen. This made them privateers. This is a French letter of marque. The Queen's Pirate. One famous privateer was Sir Francis Drake, in this picture here. He was alive from 1540 to 1596. He was given a knighthood by Queen Elizabeth I, who called him "my pirate." Privateers were allowed to attack cargo ships from other countries. Kings and queens used privateers to make trade difficult between other countries. In return, the privateers gave some of their stolen treasure to the king or queen. This is the English ship Kent, in this picture, which was captured by the French privateer Robert Saucourt in 1800. Pirates everywhere. Pirates came from all over the world. Wherever there was trade at sea, there were pirates. Viking pirates sailed the seas over 1,000 years ago. They came from northern Europe, but sailed far and wide. Vikings made very strong boats called longboats below. They could sail the roughest seas, but were also small enough to land close to the coasts. This is a Viking helmet. The Buccaneers. The Buccaneers were a fearsome group of pirates in the 17th century. They were hunters from the island of Hispaniola, now Haiti. The Spanish forced them to leave the island, so they grouped together as pirates, attacking Spanish ships and ports. The Barbary pirates came from the southern coast of the Mediterranean Sea. In the 16th century, they were feared all over Europe. Pictured to the left is one of the Barbarossa brothers, two fearsome Barbary pirates. Chinese pirates. Chinese pirates were different from other pirates. Boats called junks, like this one here, were used by both Chinese merchants and pirates. They were small, fast ships with 3 triangular sails. You see how the sails are kind of shaped like a triangle? Chinese pirate ships worked together in battles, with one captain in charge. The captain's family often lived with him on board. The pirate fleet would pass to someone in the family if the captain died. It's amazing. In the 18th century, pirate Zhang Yi led the biggest pirate fleet in the world called the Red Flag Fleet. When he died, his wife, Chang Shi, above, took control of the fleet with 1,500 boats and 60,000 pirates. Wow, that's a big band of pirates. Famous pirates. Pirates were fearsome men and women. Stories about them are still famous today. In the 14th century, a pirate called Klaus Stodberger terrorized the seas of northern Europe. When he was finally captured, he was executed along with 70 of his followers. This is a statue of him. Sir Henry Morgan, in this picture, was a ruthless pirate of the 17th century. However, he later received a knighthood and became governor of Jamaica. Blackbeard, in this picture, was a terrifying 18th century pirate. He had a long braided beard and carried 6 pistols. He went into battle with burning fuses in his hair to create a cloud of black smoke around him. Women pirates. 2 of the most famous female pirates are Mary Read, in this picture, and Annie Bonny. To disguise themselves, they dressed like men and were just as fearless. Pirate stories and movies. Some of the most famous pirates appear in books and movies. Long John Silver, in this picture, was created by Robert Louis Stevenson in his book Treasure Island. It's amazing. Treasure Island has been made into a movie 5 times. There is even a version below starring the Muppets. Long John Silver becomes part of the crew going on a treasure hunt. He takes over the ship and tries to steal the treasure for himself. Captain Hook is the terrible pirate of Neverland. He was created by J.M. Barrie in the book Peter Pan. Hook's story is also told in the movie Hook. And here's a picture of that movie. Pirates of the Caribbean is a series of very popular pirate movies. The stories are made up, but are based on tales of real pirates.